Greetings, fellow great gonzos. Tiki here.
And not the Muppets.
What the hell was that?
Did you hear it?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I heard it, but I don't know what it was.
It was the Muppet Show theme.
No, it wasn't.
It was bump, 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 bump.
It did not sound like that to me, sir. But
damn.
I believe you. All right.
Okay.
Well,
it's Mew. It's Mew here.
Oh, God. And it's Tiki who... Oh, I am just not in the best shape right now, Mew. I have a migraine. There's stuff going on in my personal life right now. But alas, we are here to do a Season 14 Merge Assessment. I wish we had an echo effect for that.
Assessment.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, but on the bright side, I'm not dying anymore.
No, I was going to bring that up. It's kind of like you are getting over the bubonic plague. Whereas...
Oh, God. It was one thing after another. It was first I got food poisoning from Chipotle.
Oh, Jesus. I'm never going to Chipotle again after, all this, bad press they've been getting.
It's serious. And, immediately after that, I got, honestly, I don't even know what I had. I just started coughing so horribly, and I was mucus and runny nose, fever, sore throat, all that. I'm still coughing, not as much, but I couldn't even sleep at night because I was coughing so much.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I got really sick this year.
Well, I'm glad to have you back, sir.
Yeah.
We've been on, we haven't been the most consistent with podcasts this season because of that. Because you were gone for a good month or so.
Yeah, that had me on my butt for a month.
Yeah.
And then just when I was getting better, I'd throw up or something like that.
Oh, God.
So it was just nonstop.
Okay, well, we are back. We have hit the merge portion of So You Want to Be an Imagineer, Season 14, Greatest Hits. Yeah, that's right. Congrats to the 9 of you who have made it this far. As of now, you will all have a role in the end game of the season. You will either be in the final 2, or you will be a juror who will cast the vote for the winner of this season. So congrats on that. You all have a lasting impact on the season.
Which has been a great season.
It has. We did. We've had a few speed bumps along the way. We had the very, very memorable character, but also the very controversial and slightly disruptive character of Cranium Command in the early rounds.
Absolutely.
Which, again, I would still, when all is said and done, I would still range more on the side of, he was just, really memorable and not necessarily fun to have around in the moment, but definitely fun to look back on.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah. I honestly, just looking back on that beginning of the season alone, that makes it memorable. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We've never had something like that happen. We have, but we haven't. This was definitely PM Gate 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Well, it was like PM Gate 2, except it went on for longer than PM Gate went on.
It was PM Gate on steroids.
Right.
Which, all the people were like, what's PM Gate? Except Evan. Evan's like, I know.
Is that your impression of Evan?
No, my impression of Evan is, yeah, it was a pretty good project.
Oh, God.
Jules Verne.
Jules Verne?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Evan.
No, okay. Now that you've set yourself up for this, I want you to do a Dragon Captain America style quote with Evan and Jules Verne, inserting Jules Verne into something to make it better.
I'll have to think about it.
Okay, do it by the end of the show, okay? Think about it by the end of the show.
With apologies to my friend Evan.
I'm sorry. It's too good of an opportunity to pass up.
To be fair, though, you and Evan were very harsh toward me during season 12.
Were we? I don't even remember.
Jokingly, you'd always be like, Mew, you sucky host. Bring back my PO MVP.
That was more season 8 that I was upset about the PO MVP.
Oh, that's right, because I didn't even do it. But yeah, just watch the old podcast. You'll see what I mean.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. Anyways.
Anywho, so yes, also one other thing I want to talk about, is the early departure of Trevor.
Don't remind me.
I know, right? And I still feel super bad about that. It's just like, it was one of those things where, just from a time point of view, we basically had to do a double elimination. And, man, it was a tough call on my end, and I really did have to make the final call. And it was literally between Trevor and Snoopy, which are probably, outside of maybe Adventure Blue Dude, probably the two people in the cast that I have the closest personal relationship to. So,
Yeah, it was not a fun situation. And it sucks because Trevor was a good presence this season.
Trevor was on a roll this season. Like, I really felt like, especially in the early rounds, he was a front runner.
Oh, no, definitely. And just the projects that he was contributed to.
So, yeah, to have him struck down before the merge was definitely a shock.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very grateful, though, that we got him to play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and also, Trevor, I haven't heard from you since you got eliminated, man. Like, come on, reach out. Like, I'm worried that we just pissed him off and that he's just, like, not talking to us anymore.
I don't know. I haven't seen him on Facebook either, so he could be busy.
Or the elimination could have just devastated him so much that he's just completely blacked out his social media.
Oh, God. Somewhere in a dark room. Trevor, in his finest suit, reviews his notes for the Gettysburg Address.
Oh, Jesus.
I know that there's a God, and that he hates injustice and slavery. Great moments with Mr. Trevor A. Anyhow.
Right. So, we're going to do a merge assessment, basically talking about each person who made the merge and their contributions to the season so far, and kind of our predictions on how well they'll do going forward. Before we do that, though, we have to announce that, I mean, you've already probably sent out the PMs. But,
yes, I'm in the process.
Yeah, the two nominees are M. Harrington and Mickey Fan 5534.
Why are you laughing?
Because of what you pulled last project.
Oh, when I accidentally eliminated him?
The Steve Harvey moment.
I apologize. It's still a great night. Was it a Steve Harvey moment, or La La Land wins the Oscar for Best Picture?
I don't know. I mean, it was someone being eliminated instead of someone winning, and I want to say that makes it even worse.
I do feel bad about that. I will give you that. It was pretty awkward.
All right. So regardless, let's get right into it. Let's talk about Basket Buddy 101.
One.
Basket Buddy, I mean, what can you say? He's been a powerhouse.
Oh, especially this season.
Yeah.
He's been an active presence. What else? Great contributor.
I feel like in season 10, he was mostly just around for his concept art.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't really contribute all that much to the overall brainstorming unless he was like really passionate about a project.
Yeah.
Whereas this season, even when he's not passionate about a prompt, he'll make himself passionate about a prompt.
I agree. And what his artwork this season has been phenomenal.
Stellar. Like, it's so stellar that it's like better than official concept art that gets put out sometimes.
Oh, I agree. But just seeing the growth from the VF years to now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, back in the day, folks, when Basket Buddy reached the finals 3 times in a row, it wasn't based on his concept art. It was based mostly just on the fact that he would be super detailed in his writing style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Basket Buddy wasn't even known for concept art until season 10.
Yeah, that was a new thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the whole game, like, he pioneered a whole genre.
And of course, Basket Buddy kicked some serious ass last round with the Lord of the Rings project.
Definitely.
Also, the Pinocchio project. I just feel like Basket Buddy projects just have such an air of professionalism to them.
If can hypothetically predicting he makes it to the finals. Since you and I both know what the final project is.
Of course.
I can't wait to see what he could hypothetically come up with.
Yes. We're just throwing out a bunch of hypotheticals here, and we're being as vague as possible. Change. But let's just say the final... I don't think it's giving too much away to say the final project is something that Basket Buddy has been intimately involved in beforehand. So that's, that's definitely going to be something to look at.
Definitely.
And I truly think that we still have 3 winners in the mix. This could be the year that we get a 2-time winner.
I think we have 9 winners in the mix. Where'd you go?
I'm trying to process that. Was that a joke?
I was being inclusive.
Okay.
Everyone has a chance.
Like participation trophy?
No, I haven't made a prediction yet.
Well, I've made a prediction.
I know you have.
I've made a prediction on literally how the entire rest of the merge is gonna go.
That is very true. For me,
and of course, we have no control over it at this point, folks.
No.
It's all going to be based on nominations and votes at this point. So I can predict whatever the hell I want, but I have no control over what's going to happen.
Nope, and that's the beauty of this game.
Mm-hmm.
So Basket Buddy, great guy, great contestant. Looking forward to seeing what comes next.
I'd say he's a front runner.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely. Since the beginning, though, but in the beginning, almost everyone was a front runner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. Like, I thought from the get-go that this would be an intense season just for the sake of every single person, with the exception of, what was that guy's name?
Nanotech.
Everyone with the exception of him was onto something.
For sure.
So it's been an excellent season.
Okay, let's get to Disney Man 1.
Disney Man 1. My old friend.
This guy's been kind of an enigma this season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he came out so strong out of the gate in the early, like, before the season even started, with the Festival of Imagination projects that he presented. That basically everything that he's done in the actual season has been kind of overshadowed by those early projects.
Yes.
Which isn't fair. Like, that's legitimately a shitty thing to do to him. You know what I mean? To, like, compare him in that way. Like, It kind of reminds me, Dragon, I once had an English class in high school where I wrote a really, really, really good first essay. And then all the other essays I wrote that year were good. But the teacher was just like, he marked me down, even if they were passable, because he's like, oh, I know you can do better because you really blew me away.
Oh, brother.
And I'm like, fucker. It's like not everything I write is going to be like A+ material.
Veering off topic really quick. You called me Dragon. So for the remainder,
I call everyone Dragon. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not mad at all. But for the remainder of the podcast, Disney Man 1. What else is there to say about the guy?
No, not for the remainder of the podcast. I'm gonna shut this down.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, no, Disney Man 1. I'm glad he played. You know, like one of the cool things about this season is
the Disney Man is clearly referring to Captain America because
and
Captain America is the manliest manly man in all of Disney.
Shit.
Love you, Dragon. I hope to God he doesn't watch this.
You wake up to an angry email.
Oh God.
This is my resignation. I'm tired of being a laughing stock. Anyways,
look, you guys can all make fun of my Tiki Room obsession anytime you want, all right? Like, it's open season. Anyways.
The cool thing about this season was usually we reach out to people anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as signups went out, I reached out to a few people, including M. Harrington, Disney Man, some others. But we ended up getting a big cast anyways without having to do that. But
we literally got like the whole goal filled in 24 hours.
Exactly. That's why we started early.
Yeah.
But with Disney Man responded right away and said he'd sign up, but then didn't sign up until later.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So
yeah.
But I'm grateful that he played. It's such a situation similar to Trevor, where I'm very happy he's played, and good
like
work.
I said, it's just like I was expecting really big things from him based on his Festival of Imagination work, and so far he hasn't really delivered anything as mind-blowing as the Festival of Imagination projects he did. But having said that, like I said, I don't really feel like that's that fair of a comparison. I've been in that same situation before, so
me too.
And also, I just kind of want to talk about the anomaly that is his Diamond Power of MVP.
Yes, that's also a big source of help.
Because it's funny. It's like he was nominated the very first round, and he decided to use his Diamond Power of MVP, but then he took it back, so he was still a nominee, and he was fine. He was safe, and he's just kind of held on to it since then. And frankly, in a cast like I don't feel like he's a front runner in this merge. You know what I mean? I'll just say that much. So I really do feel like we're going to get another interesting use of the Diamond Power of MVP, because Feather also used the Diamond Power of MVP earlier in the season, which ironically enough probably resulted in Trevor going home.
I think it did.
It would have been a decision, Magic Feather over Snoopy, and I think Snoopy probably would have been eliminated over Magic Feather in that situation.
Yeah, anyway, I can see that.
Like honestly, the only one who has a Diamond Power of MVP who might not even need it is Pi. Like I could legitimately see Pi just coasting through the whole game, never getting nominated, and never having to use his Diamond Power of MVP.
Well, Pi is a good guy and a good person.
We'll get to Pi. We'll get to Pi. Yeah. But yeah, Disney Man, like I said, I think there's going to be an interesting situation where, especially this late into the merge, not like this late into the game, I should say. Obviously, we're early into the merge, but at this point, if he's nominated, there's no way. Like, I can't imagine a situation where Disney Man gets nominated and then doesn't use his Diamond Power of MVP to pull himself off the block. Which puts it in an interesting situation, because I do think like I said, I don't think he's one of the front runners here. I do think there's going to be times where he might be a little bit vulnerable to be nominated, which is going to lead to an interesting situation and an interesting dynamic, similar to like people who have hidden immunity idols in Survivor. Is like, do we want to risk nominating him if he might just pull himself off the block anyways? And so I definitely think no matter what, I think the Diamond Power of MVP in Disney Man's possession has been essentially a Chekhov's gun the whole season, and it's going to go off at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, someone is going to get shot by the Diamond Power of MVP.
That's the beauty of it.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about Jokers then.
Jokers. Yeah,
what a shitty contestant.
Oh my, no!
What a hack!
No, hack is hack 21112.
No, seriously, Jokers has really surprised me this season. Like, really surprised me.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of, like, when we do these cast assessments and Joker's involved, I've kind of made a habit and a running joke out of, like, I know exactly how this is going to go down. He's going to be active, like, the first 3 or 4 rounds, and then he's going to drop off the face of the earth. And it's like, no, Evan has legitimately not done this season, and I think he continues to be a strong presence going into the merge, and I know how busy Evan is with college and with his social life and everything else. So I give him so much credit for not only hanging in there, but legitimately being like a voice of,
reason.
A voice of reason, and also just someone who's always pushing the team forward. I legitimately think Joker does. I think he doesn't have as good of a shot as Basket Buddy, but he still has an outside shot to get to be a 2-time winner here.
I could see that happening. I think between him and Basket Buddy, they're pretty close to being the front runners.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my wording completely right now. Literally, my brain just went to mush.
Although I kind of went over this with you last night, but I'm just gonna the one prediction that I have that I'm gonna reveal is, and this is honestly again, I'm not gonna have any control over this, but I would fucking die if Joker got 3rd place and he made it just short of the final 2. Because that has literally been Joker's pattern the whole time he's played, with the exception of season 12 when he was eliminated in 7th place thanks to the Blue Wedding.
The Blue Wedding.
But seriously, it's Joker has either gotten eliminated in the spot right before the finals or he's won. It's that's consistent with him.
I think, was he in semis in season 8?
Yeah, he was. He was.
I remember
Jurassic He was 4th place in season 8.
Damn. Well, if he gets to finals this time, he has something to hold over you.
Right.
But I had.
But if he gets to finals this time and then gets 2nd place, and he'll have just ruined his entire legacy. No, I'm kidding.
I have to fulfill your request at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Star Wars Land would be better with Jules Verne. Yeah, I mean, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea on Naboo.
Oh, God.
Jar Jar, Jules Verne. It works.
Okay, that's going too far. Okay, hold
that
on.
Was just tasteless.
Let's pump the brakes on that a little bit.
That was tasteless.
Oh, man.
Misa, Captain Nemo. Misa gonna take you 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, big gooba fish.
Oh, look, it's a boss and ass.
Instead of the sea serpent. You saw Jar Jar in big doo-doo. Get out of the
Can you literally message Evan right now and say we made a Blue Dragon 5 Captain America joke about him and Jules Verne? Just do it right now. I just want to see his reaction.
I'm just saying, Evan, I apologize for today's podcast.
God. And for the record, you are shockingly good at doing his voice.
Who?
Evans.
No. Not
Yeah,
really.
you are. Yeah, you are.
No. I'm doing his voice right now.
Okay. I remember when when Monkey did his review of Guardians of the Galaxy and he imitated me saying "Oh my God, Howard the Duck is in this," and I literally had to do a double take to make sure he didn't just use the audio from my review.
Really?
Yeah, it was so spot on. Okay,
Damn, I gotta hear that.
Anything else to say about Jokers?
No, I wish him luck.
Great.
Same as the other contestants, of course, but of course, I'm excited to see where he goes next.
Okay, let's move on to KMB.
KMBMW.
This guy has been, I would say, maybe the biggest surprise of the whole cast.
I think so too.
And I dare I say he to tell you the truth, if I'm gonna break down the 4 front runners here, I would say the 4 front runners would probably be Basket Buddy, Jokers, Pie, and KMB. I would put KMB in the front runners category.
Wait, one more time.
In my mind, the 4 front runners, and of course, this isn't trying to put down any of the other 5 people. It's just the 4 people that I think are probably the most well positioned to go far. Are Basket Buddy, Jokers, Pie, and KMB.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something completely different. But yeah, I can agree with that. Not saying that I don't believe in the other contestants.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, I could agree with that prediction. That seems likely. But again, we have no control. We don't want to have control.
No, we don't. We definitely don't.
It's just the way. It's just how it plays out. It depends on individual people. Depends on nominations, eliminations, voting, waltz vault.
One thing to note is that I believe KMB is technically on vacation right now, and he's still been kicking ass in the
I know. He, not to reveal a private message, but he goes, "Hey, is there any way I can not be eliminated? I'm on vacation." And I said, "Just let your teammates know." And he did, and he's still playing. So
yeah. I'm like, great.
There's no need. He's fine. He wasn't nominated. He's fine.
No, he wasn't. Yeah.
That being said, really quick, I should mention, folks, that I'm not going to be here from April 16th through the 24th.
For shame, Garrett.
And not because I'm dying again. I will be across.
That's such a long period of time.
I know. I'll be across the country.
That's a whole 8 days.
Not across the country. I'll be across the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
I'll be in Germany in multiple cities. I will have Wi-Fi, but given the time difference, it's probably going to be a mess.
Exactly.
And even then, I'll only have Wi-Fi at the hotels, and obviously I'm not going to be at the hotel the whole time. But
I fully don't expect you to do any sort of shows while you're in Germany.
No, I'll poke it. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to poke in and see how things are going. Because there's some upcoming projects I don't want to miss.
Right.
But,
actually, we might have to talk about that, off air. Maybe schedule out what project you will miss.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But that being said, folks, I will be on a trip. I won't be contributing to the brainstorming. Not that I was contributing before.
Oh, it's like, what? Like, what?
Don't
are you
eliminate
secretly playing and just brainstorming with other people via PM and I don't know about it?
Spoiler alert. I am Cranium.
Oh, God. No,
sorry.
No, you see, Mew. I'm actually Cranium, and I made the whole account just to get back at you for disparaging the name of the bat.
Blue Dragon 5. And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling wreaths and your tiki.
Oh, God.
Anyways, Cam, great guy, great contestant. I hope he makes it far.
Yeah.
I really do.
An international player as well. He's South African, I think.
So I'll be on his side of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Cam, if you want to,
it's cool that the game has kind of been so broad with its international players over the years.
Yes.
Even back in the day, even going as far back to season 2 of Disney Lover Forever.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Now let's get to the original runner-up from season 1. Do you remember that he was the original runner-up?
I thought he won.
No, a Disney Freak won.
What was the situation with that? Because I remember it was a whole thing.
Okay, I actually want to address that because I was kind of a jerk in the situation, and I want to just kind of publicly apologize to M. Harrington. I think maybe 10 years after the fact.
10 years?
if not longer. Okay, here's the deal. Here's what happened is that M. Harrington essentially did not submit a final project and Disney Freak did. And me being young and dumb and not aware of how to treat the fan base of the game, got all up big. I'm just big Disney fan. He was big Disney fan at the time. I got all up in his face about it. Oh, great. Now we just have a default winner, and that's such a shitty end to the season. Look, M. Harrington and any other person who's listening right now, I have grown up since then. I am now an adult, and I don't treat people like that anymore. All right? I know that stuff comes up in people's lives that you don't have control over.
Exactly.
So, right, I just want to publicly apologize to M. Harrington for that, if he even remembers that incident happening.
It is what it is.
But
and again, it was a decade ago.
Exactly.
But yeah, now I remember.
Yeah.
But M. Harrington.
Yeah, I mean, he's not been the most active, and I think in some ways he's kind of been lucky with some of the teams he's been on, because I feel like there's been certain situations where he probably would have been eliminated had his team lost.
Yes.
Having said that, I do think he's been a good presence this season, and I think he had one really, really standout moment, which was
Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio, where, and it kind of goes back all the way to what we've been saying about M. Harrington / Big Disney fan since the beginning, is he's essentially like the ultimate purist.
Yes.
Because the move that I was so impressed by with the musical is that they were doing the idea of James and the Giant Peach, which frankly I really loved, and I was honestly when they first switched to Pinocchio, I was a little bit disappointed because I just loved how unique James and the Giant Peach was. I almost said how unique Beauty and the Beast was. Beauty and the Beast is not unique in the slightest. If they did Beauty and the Beast, can you imagine someone trying to do Beauty and the Beast for that project? Oh yeah, there's been no stage adaptations of Beauty and the Beast at all.
Thou shalt never leave me. Anyways, but no, Pinocchio was.
I've got to say, the new movie just like it gets worse by the day. The more I think about it,
It was for what it was good, but
like as I walked out of the theater, I really enjoyed it. But like as I think about it more and more, I'm just like, yeah, it kind of is a train wreck, isn't it?
it had its moments. But I think the movie was made by the side characters.
Oh yeah, and with that in mind, I really do hope that rumor of a LeFou and Gaston movie comes to fruition, because I'd watch the hell out of that.
Be interesting. I don't know if I would prefer that or a Lumiere and Cogsworth movie.
I definitely go Gaston LeFou.
We'll debate about it one day.
Yeah.
But M. Harrington.
Yeah, so I feel like M. Harrington did have his one standout moment of the season, which he should be proud of. I think that really kind of solidified his legacy and also kind of brought the whole like old school like purist Disney thing full circle with him.
Yes.
And I'm only saying he should be proud because I'm just being honest here. He's nominated for elimination. We don't know any of the votes yet, but I think this might be his last round.
And yeah, Mickey Fan has been more active this round.
Yeah, so I mean, just depending on how the votes go, and like we said, we haven't gotten any of the votes, so I'm not like revealing anything by saying that. But and I do like I don't want to like I actually wish I hadn't said anything now because I don't want to like sell him short or anything as he has like no chance. But I'm just saying, like, he made it to the merge. He's on the jury. I mean, granted, again, unlikely, but he could turn it around. But unlikely.
I believe he's been on the jury several times in the past.
Yeah, he has. I'm just saying, like, he came into the season late, and I feel like he was definitely an underdog when he came into the season if he wasn't the most active. So to make the merge and to have a memorable impact on the project, definitely something to be proud of on him here.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's get to Mickey Fan.
Oh no. Not that anything's wrong with Mickey Fan. It's the person I screwed over by mistake.
Right.
You know what's funny though? It is on the both of us because there was a typo, but I didn't do the research to double check, so it was my fault.
No, it was my fault too. I mean, I'm kind of throwing you under the bus, but I'll take my share of the blame for it.
At least it was funny.
It was funny. I'll give you that much.
Sorry, my mistake.
So Mickey Fan, like, when and it's funny, Mew, because if it was literally any other person that you would have pulled that with, we could have just edited it and it would have been fine. But since Mickey Fan happened to be up at that ungodly hour when we announced the results, he saw it, like, he responded to it within like 2 minutes.
It was right away.
And he responded with like, not in
Grace.
like an, oh man, I'm bummed, but more kind of like, well, I think my time's come and I'm happy to step away. I'm just like, oh, Jesus. Oh, this is bad. So I don't know. Like, what do you think? Do you think the fact that he kind of like already was eliminated in a way is kind of like, is like, he's definitely on the block again, and I definitely don't think he's a front runner here. I think he's going to be eliminated sooner rather than later. Again, it could totally turn around for him. He could totally like kick ass out of like look at someone like PL7764 where he was not a shining presence in the majority of the projects, but in the projects where he was a shining presence, he was a huge presence,
and it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
But, all in all, this has been Mickey Fan's strongest season.
Oh, definitely.
Like, it's amazing seeing the growth.
Because Mickey Fan kind of like infamously started out, like, I believe his first 2 seasons, he was eliminated very early, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He's been around a while, too. I think he was in the VF years.
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
The name alone is familiar. But, and again, there are a lot of fans of Mickey. So, but you know how it goes. But yeah, Mickey Fan, I don't know how much longer the game goes, but again, everything changes. He could end up in finals for all we know.
Sure.
So,
okay, I'm kind of losing my batteries here, Mew, with my migraine and everything. So we'll
finish it up.
Oh Jesus, we have 3 more people. Oh God.
Well, next is Magic Feather.
Okay, Magic Feather. I would say out of the 4 front runners I listed, she's probably like the 5th Beetle in the front runners.
Yes.
I give her more of an outside chance because she already has kind of been on the block once or twice, and she did have to use her Diamond Power of MVP to save herself. But having said that, I do think she is a good, consistent presence here. I think I think Magic Feather shines as a team leader.
Yes.
Like I think when she has a prompt that she's not really the most actively invested in, she can kind of fade into the background, and that's when she can kind of be in danger a little bit. But if it's something that she really cares about, and if it's something that she's taking a big role in, then it's going to be a good result.
Yeah, and not only that, I don't know if I've ever played or seen Magic Feather play before. Did she play last season?
No, this is her first time playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I'm familiar with her. That's the whole thing.
Well, I like she does stuff on the main page. Actually, she does stuff on the main WDW Magic site.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have someone like that in the game then.
Sure.
It's an added bonus, and she's been a strong presence this season. So yeah, I definitely say she's a contender for the top 5, which means semi-finalist, right? Or is it top 4?
Semifinals is final 4.
Okay, never mind.
Because 2 people will be eliminated there going into a final 2.
Do you remember the days when we had 4 finalists?
That's never happened.
Never mind. Forget I said that.
I'm like, I know for a fact that's never happened.
Mandela effect.
We've had final 3s, definitely not a final 4.
What the fuck?
No, that is definitely. I mean, I can go down the list of finalists. Like season 1, Big Disney Fan and Disney Freak. Season 2, Basket Buddy and Jag. Season 3, Mad About Mickey and Basket Buddy. Season 4, Basket Buddy and King Mickey. Season 5, Roman Arms Costa Freak. Season 6, PL7764, Phantasmic, and Here We Go. Season 7, Trevor A versus, or I'm sorry, not Trevor A. Basket Buddy versus King Mickey. Wait, was it Basket Buddy versus King Mickey?
That was Project 4.
Yeah.
Or Season 4. Season 4.
Who was the other finalist in Season 7?
Season 7 was King Mickey, because King Mickey won.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mater.
Oh, that's right. Of course.
King Mickey, Mater, and there was one other, I believe. No, it's just those 2.
I think it was the final 2. Anyway.
And Season 8 was you, Jesse Studio, and
Monkey.
Yeah. And then Season 9 is where I kind of lose track.
Season 9 was like Adventure Blue Dude, obviously. I know season 10 with Snoopy versus Basket Buddy. I want to say
Yes. In season 11 is the one I won.
yes, and that was you versus Future Imagineer versus. I'm bad at this.
You're like I could name all of them off the top of my head.
I know, right?
You did pretty good up until season 7.
Hell, you know what's funny? Oh wait, no, never mind. I do remember who I went up against in the finals in my season that I won. Snoopy.
It was season 12.
Yeah.
Because I remember you winning the final show. I did one of my creepy Mew appearances. I had Evan read the results because I couldn't talk, obviously, and I interrupted the podcast with my hand, and my hand was doing like the talking for me.
Oh God.
Anyways, so that was season. Anyways, who are we talking about?
Let's transition into pie on my cake. I'm just gonna call it right now. I think pie on my cake is the #1 front runner.
Yeah, I could also agree.
I think he's been outstanding this season. I definitely think he's the one to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with the loss of the Diamond PO MVP, he's still fine.
Oh, I forgot that he doesn't have the Diamond PO MVP.
That was like, okay, background. Pie on my cake gave the Walt's vault to Basket Buddy. Basket Buddy opened the vault. Oh, and the ability is to take someone's Diamond PO MVP. Whose Diamond PO MVP does he take? Pies. And not saying that Basket Buddy's a bad guy. He didn't know actually who gave it to him, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
So it's just the way it happened. But I could say that pie on my cake, between pie on my cake, Evan, Basket Buddy, KM, we have a really good possibility of having a really excellent winner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that all the people in the merge aren't excellent, but we have a really worthwhile finale coming.
Absolutely. No matter who makes it in, I think the Final Four and the final project are both going to be really, really good rounds.
Absolutely. Hopefully I'm in town for the finals.
I think you will be.
Yeah, I'll be in town for the finals at the very least.
Yeah.
If I miss semis, it's what is it? It's semis. But no, that's not true. That's semis are important.
All right.
Anyways,
well,
Snoopy.
I'm really losing steam here. So
okay, we'll finish up really quick.
Okay, so Snoopy. First of all, this is my favorite GIF that I posted, even though it's the only one. Well, I guess technically it has Gonzo in it because it has Darth Gonzo, but or Darth Nader, I should say.
Yeah, Dark Nader.
Oh, I thought it was Darth Nader.
Oh, maybe it is Darth Nader.
Darth Nader.
They'll never guess it's me.
This picture just always cracked me up because this was like way, way, way before either Star Wars or the Muppets were owned by Disney.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's the Muppets and Star Wars and Disney.
Exactly. And that's what makes it beautiful.
Right? Anyways. Snoopy, yeah. Let me just say this. I legitimately think this might have been one of the most pivotal PO MVPs that has ever been given out, because I do think that Snoopy would probably be eliminated this round had he not gotten PO MVP from Magic Feather the round before.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have been nominated, but because he's only posted like maybe once or twice the whole time, and it's not been anything too substantial.
Yeah, I could see that being a possibility. And
I'm not saying that
literally.
I'm not saying that's to poo-poo on Snoopy or anything like that. I'm just saying I really like when the PO MVP has a lasting effect on the actual game.
Oh, exactly. That was probably the best time PO MVP ever.
Probably, yeah.
How lucky can you get? I actually think that happened to me one season as well.
Yeah, I mean, usually the PO MVP, of course, the nature of the PO MVP is if you get it, you're probably so good that you're not really that much in danger of being nominated anyways.
Yeah.
At least that's definitely how it goes in the pre-merge, but that's why I've always been fascinated with the PO MVP as a twist, and why I'm so proud of coming up with it. Is just the dynamic of having to give it to someone, and the fact that it becomes more and more and more important as the game goes on. So it essentially starts out as like a essentially like a sorry, I'm basically like a kudos, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Where
But,
it's like, and now it's legitimately like changed the course of the game to a certain extent.
I mean, of course, I'll always prefer my skull talismans in season.
Ah, God, fuck your skull talisman.
Oh, they were so beautiful. Anyhow, Snoopy, Snoopy's been a good contestant. It's true the activity is waning, but
I think Snoopy's strength has always been in his final contributions to the projects and not so much the brainstorming.
Yes. I agree with that.
I mean, for all we know, he could pull something out this project that could just make our freaking jaws drop. You know what I mean?
Make my head spin. Make Blue Dragon 5 think of Captain America.
Just anytime anything awesome happens in the role, Blue Dragon 5 just gets like a flash of Captain America.
Guys, this just in. The United Nations have declared that war will never be a thing ever again. This is terrible news. Who will Captain America defend?
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Anyways, I know you're losing steam, so we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah. Like I said with Snoopy, it's like he's one of those weird players like where even like 24 hours before a project is due and it looks like he's a dead in the water, like he could come out with something in, like he could just type something out in a matter of hours and have it be like the highlight of the whole project. So I'm never going to count Snoopy out. I mean, I definitely think out of the three winners that are left, he's the least likely to win, but I still think he's got a very solid chance of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I would say it's anyone's game, to the point that it isn't anyone's game, but it is. If that makes any sense.
I guess so.
I said any so many times right now, but it's everyone has a chance to win. There are clear front runners, but you never know. Someone could surprise us.
Absolutely.
And, take the initiative, surprise us. That'll just make the season even better.
Okay, so Mew, do you want to do a quick update on the fantasy draft?
Oh yes. Let me reopen. Shoot. Where am I? I'm stupid. I accidentally. By the way, Evan responded to my apology.
Yeah, I see that, but he still doesn't know the context of it.
He's concerned.
Like, even you saying that you did an impression, he still doesn't know that it's an impression relating to Dragon.
And Jules Verne.
Yes, and Jules Verne. And Jar Jar Binks.
Captain Nemo. Okay, fantasy draft. I believe I'm in the lead. Because
Are you surprised?
Since our last meeting on the fantasy draft, the last time I only lost Space Mountain and Monorail Red.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I have lost Brer Oswald, which put me up 8 points. I Am Not a Hufflepuff, which put me up 9. Trevor, which put me up 10. And that guy from Florida, which put me up 11.
Oh, geez, so you did lose quite a few people.
All I have left is Disney Man, Jokers, Mickey Fan, and Cam.
Okay, so Pi alone might just win me the draft.
So considering I have Mickey Fan on my team, and he's nominated this round, if I don't lose him here, well, I don't have him in Harrington.
Yeah.
If for some reason Mickey Fan loses, then I'm up another 12 points. So we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, you do have pie on my cake. That's right.
But I did lose a lot of people early on, and the people that I lost early on were only worth like a couple of points apiece.
Yeah.
So I feel like that hurt me.
Yeah. But
Anyways.
we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins. But alrighty, folks. Let's let Tiki to his recovery.
Please.
Because we all know how migraines suck.
Yeah.
So, but I will let him be the sick one now.
You're passing the torch.
Hopefully not, though. It was awful.
Well, you know the circumstances that I don't want to get into. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you have any impressions for us to end on?
Nothing else other than Captain America is love. Captain America is life.